Welcome back to Great Squadron Gaming. We're going to an exciting episode in our Star Wars Legion unboxing series. We've got the awesome new customizable Mandalorian leader and hunter, which I'm super excited for. Not only do we have that, we have some more stickers to give away. Every time I get stickers from AMG, the extras I throw into random giveaways that we do here on the channel. And right now we have great giveaways going on, as we always do. I feel like right now they're really set for the mandos. So I'm going to start with this one since this is the whole box. We have the Customizable Mandalorian Leader alt arts. We have the Bow alt arts. We have Mr. Paz himself. The Armorer. And last but not least, Axe Wolves, which is fun because at first this was a different dice pool than what his card had, but it's that they upgraded it to this dice pool with the weapon, so it makes this really nice promo. So that's some of the giveaways. You can comment to enter in down below. We also have a brand new advantage tokens. These are the Gray Squadron Gaming advantage tokens from Curled Paw. One side's orange, one side is like a whitish gray. And that way you can use these awesome tokens when you're playing the game with your advantages. Now, are your assets. With that, let's look at this awesome box. We're waiting for this one for a while. This will round out and complete the Mandalorians. I know obviously we're still waiting for the Warrior box, but those are technically in the armor box. This is the last thing you need in miniatures to represent. This is supposed to be the most customizable options of any of them, and judging by the box size, yes, I think it's true. Well, let's take a look. Okay. Here we go. Okay, no bags for the Sprues, which is different than normal, I feel like. So we have 2 Sprues, it looks like. We'll get to that in a second. I heard someone say that these Sprues were done in a different company that usually does them. And I believe it because the tokens, one was popped out, are already outside of the bag. It comes with extra baggies for whatever reason. The cards are in a cellophane wrapper, so this must be from the other factory that they used to make their stuff. I know there was someone, I think someone told me this was the first one that they did with this release, but you guys correct me in the comments below. I actually don't know. I'm just going off what I read on some of the Reddit forums for Legion. So this is our insert. And then we'll start with the Sprues. So we have B's and A's. I would assume, because the instructions are never up when I get these, so I have to kind of just figure it out. I would assume the A's is the leader and the B is the hunter. But let's take a look what we got. Looks like we got options for the sniper, the regular carbine. So we definitely have a shield that's backwards there. We have a couple different knife options, it looks like. Maybe these are the dual armaments. I don't know. We have we have an option for the Saxon kind of maul helmet, if you will. There's a sword. It looks like a Darksaber almost, but I don't think it is a Darksaber, so I don't know what that is yet. There's the other sword. So we got that sword, and we got this sword. There's another rifle there. We have pistols, holster pistols, lots of options. And there's the front of the shield. Looks very similar to the Gar shields that came out a while back. Okay, then the other sprue we have are labeled B, so we have another shield option on there. We have, her also has the pokey spike helmet. We have the sword, the sniper, the pistols. A couple different heads there. Helmet and unhelmeted, we got a couple options there. Some knives, another helmet. This one has the Clan Crease markings on the helmet, so if you want that, you got that too. Knife. With jetpacks with the rocket and the non-rocket on both as well. The regular carbine, the other one. Yeah. There's the chest piece, it looks like. Just looking at these things I say. So I'm gonna guess this one of these have to be the dual armor. I don't know. So I get to play a little bit of guess. There's a cape in here as well. Okay, cool. Let's look at the cards. So these cards are actually like normal. You have to like actually open them, like you would go when you buy a pack of cards or something. They're not just in the bag like most of their cards are, which leads me to believe that the messages on the form are true. That this and the Sprues do look a little different. I don't know how to explain it. I mean, also the other big thing is that these are just plain bases, but they're on the Sprue. So I do think this must be from the other factory that they just started using with this. That's what I saw. Okay, so let's cards are not in the normal order they're in, so let's see if we can go down, get everything out that's in our language until we get to the first repeat card, and then we'll go through everything. Don't you worry. Okay. So let's go. I guess we're gonna start with command cards. A little backwards of normal. That's fine. The Mandal leader gets 3 pip. This round, when a nominated commander is not suppressed or panicked, other allied Mandalorian troopers within 2 of it may upgrade 2 of their attack dice when attacking. When the nominated commander is not suppressed or panicked, enemy units within 1 of it downgrade their attack dice when attacking. That's kind of cool. No escape. That's the hunters. When a unit is issued an order with this card, it attacks this round, the defending unit may not spend any dodge or surge tokens during its attack. Additionally, while a unit that has issued an order with this card is engaged with an enemy trooper that round, it cannot spend any aim, dodge, surge, etc. So that's nice. We have the hunter, or the leader card, excuse me. This is the jump 2, has the equip impervious, retinue Mandalorian warriors. I really like that. Base of Vibro Knives is Pierce 1, 2 whites, 2 black, Blaster Pistol, 2 red, 2 whites, 5-2, Surging Both Ways, and Speed 3. The base cost is 90, but we'll come back to that because you have to upgrade everything still. The Hunter is the same thing, except for he loses Retinue Mandalorian Warriors, gains Mercenary for all the factions, and then loses the Surge to Block. Everything else is the same. He is only 75, probably because of that Surge to Block gone in the Retinue. But we'll come back to that. So 75 and 90 are our bases for the people. Then you have to add something. So we either add the Battle Master, which gives you, whoop, drop all my cards. It gives you Death from Above. And then it lets you, each time you would use a weapon that has deplete, one-time use, you get to tap it instead. So things like your flamethrower, your jetpack rockets, your ripcord, things of those nature you could use again, which is really nice. So that's a good option. Deadeye gives you target 1 and sharpshooter, another good option. 5 points, it's the cheapest one, looks like. Guild member, this is the bounty hunter only, or this is the hunter only, but for the bounty, this one is my favorite one. This unit attacks a unit that has 1 or more bounty tokens during the form attack pool step. It gains 1 aim token. When this unit defends against an attack made by a unit that has 1 or more bounty tokens during the form attack step, it gains a dodge token. Very cool. It's probably my favorite one. And funny enough, I think my favorite one for the leader is the leader exclusive one. This, you can increase your courage to 1, that makes you 3. You gain direct mercenary trooper and inspire 1 on top of the retinue you already have. That's a very good option for 5. So another great option. 95 base for that one. If you want to go the 8 point for the hunter, that brings him up to 83. And then we have to pick some weapons now. So we've got the Girl Sniper Rifle, which we saw in the Sprues. That one's easy to pick out. It's just a single rainbow, high velocity Pierce 1, sharpshooter 1. I don't know if I love this one. It's just a very low dice pool. But if you're going to keep your commander back, I guess, and move a more of a support function, that's not bad. The EE3 carbine is 5 points. It's got 1 red, 3 black, range 1 to 3, overwhelm. Not bad, pretty cheap. It's okay. It's got, you know, an additional dice on the sniper rifle, so still not a ton of dice, but it's not bad. The carbine is just 4 blacks, no abilities, but it's free, so if you want the cheapest option, still range 3, and they both surge to hit, so it's not a bad option for free. The Vibro sword might be my favorite one. You gain charge and duelist. Now you get immune pierce if you spend a dodge. But you also have this fun trick, if you have shields, you can use them in melee to cancel hits, and then you're going to be throwing 6 dice, 3 white, 2 black, 1 red, pierce 1. So that's not bad at all. And then equally good in different ways is this one. You get charge and gunslinger. So as you're moving through the board, you can shoot with your gun at least. 2 things, which is nice because he does throw 4 dice in range. But when you do get in melee, you have charge, you have 6 dice, high velocity, so no dodge spending there, and pierce, which is really good. And then if you want to upgrade that hunter to have surge to block, it's 10 points for full Beskar armor. So bringing him at 85, still 5 points less than leader, even with just this upgrade on, because he probably doesn't have the retinue, the rally, I'm getting guess at 5. So that's all the cards in this one. We do also have, as you can see here, we have almost equal slots. The only difference I see on here is that the leader has the command slot, where you guys can see it, and the hunter does not. Otherwise, they have a ton of slots. We have the factions. You can give them, you know, Clan Kreese, Clan Ren, Clan Saxon, Children of the Watch. Their doctrines, their weapons. He has command slot. She doesn't. They both have a training. 2 of the gear slots and 1 of the grenade slots is where you find the jetpacks in this faction. So that's all of the cards in this box. I am curious what you guys think on these sprues before I wrap this video. Not that I'm going to look at your comments before I have to build and paint it, because I want to have this built and painted, so the next thing you see is going to be a built and painted mini. But I don't know. So yeah, these 2 have to be the dual armaments, I would say, because there's 2 of them. No, because this is the vibro sword, right? Something like that. Maybe you use one of each. I'll have to see what hands they can fit on as they build them, because this is the other one's Sprues the same. It's got one of the more like angled swords and one of the flat swords. We do have daggers. Are the daggers supposed to be the dual armor? I would assume that you're just your vibro knife, but maybe you have equipped 2 of those. I don't know. Okay. Well, that's it. I'm going to get these guys built up so we can show you them painted. My goal is to have this painted before this video comes out, so it ends. If not, though, I will wrap it just in case. Don't forget to comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if in a second you might see painted miniatures, but if don't. And here we are at the end of the video. I was able to paint them up before the embargo date, so you guys can see them all painted. So I did this one. This is the leader to match my initiates I did, so the same kind of color pattern and tones. I went with the dual armament, which is the dual vibro knives for this one, because that seems to be one of my favorites. Actually, both of them I went with the melee options, because I like those 2 the best so far in my playthroughs. I did a little custom base swap. We swapped out the Tactical Rock for Tactical Clone Helmet, because he's just showing he's all business. But yeah, that's my Mandalorian leader. And then the Hunter, with a different color palette. I'm probably going to paint a box of warriors in the same similar color pattern. But I went with the vibro sword. And I went with a different kind of reddish brown leather to kind of separate her a little bit more from the other one. See, this is more of like kind of brownish gray kind of tones. This one's more brown red. Gave her a nice dark red helmet there with some markings and some silver base. Originally, I was going to do kind of like a Django fet, but I decided against that last minute, so we kind of swapped it. But this is going to be my bounty hunter. Gave her some skulls to show that she's hunting. She's hunting for some bounties. I also painted one other thing because, let me just switch the video over here. This is kind of a side note, but you'll see why he matches here. Okay. And as you can see here, here's my army of initiates from earlier that we painted up that you guys have seen on the channel before. And he matches the same tone. I did a couple differences with him. I wanted his helmet to be a little different since he's the leader. So he has a blue base of the green base helmet, but with the green base on the face marking. So it all worked out. But what I wanted to show you that is if you build a full box of warriors, which the armor box comes with 3, you get 11 initiates. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, which is enough to build 2 heavies. So there's my 2 heavies I built, the Frag and the Shakira. And then you have your base 5 plus your squad if you want to do it, which means that's it. But if I want to run the base with 2 bases out of one box, and I don't have enough now, I built a couple Clan Crease. If you build Clan Crease out of the warrior box, you end up with a good amount of extra minis. So I built some extra heavies, and I built 1 extra leader for this army. So here he is. I just kind of took one of the Jedi heads from the Customizable Jedi and built him up. So that's him right here in all his glory. He's going to be my leader for the 2nd unit of this. So now we have 2 units here. And how can we identify them? Because people are going to be like, oh, they look exactly the same. Well, I think I built enough, luckily, with different color masks. So we see we've got these guys here have all green and blue mask. And then we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. That was accidental too. So we've got 4 with the white mask with their no helmeted leader. And then we have all 5 with just the green and blue, no white on their mask. That'll be 1 army. So there's 2 separate distinct initiate squads. And then we have 1 heavy with the white, funny enough, and 1 heavy without that. So you could easily do that. And then you have a leader who's in them up. So that's going to be the color combo for this squad. But yeah, they were a super fun box to build. There's a lot of options, which I showed off in this box. And just right now, based off of how my playstyle is and what I think is the best bang for the buck, I think the 2 melee options are your best. The only thing I was a little sad at, which I could have hobbied, I just wanted to build them as stock besides the little base thing, is there is a shield arm, which you can put the shield on their wrist there, but it's only 1 hand and it goes on this arm only. So I couldn't have the vibro sword if I wanted that. They do give you different options for the vibro sword. I didn't know what that was at first, but after building it and looking at it, definitely was just the other option for the vibro sword. Perfect. Well, if you guys have any questions, drop them below. I'll drop more detailed pictures of these into our socials. And thank you guys so much for watching. As always, have a great night.